Same thing happened. Okay. Can you close it on the halfway? The next one. Break it. Erase it, right? That's it. Yes. So one of you can come to the front if you like. We have one seat left. Right. Yes. Right. Everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone, and nice to see you again on today's practice. And today too, before we start, I would like to wish that may this meditation session also bring you at least a little peace and little happiness for your life. May you be able to at least keep one step ahead in your Dhamma practice. With that wish, we are going to start today's meditation session. So I can see there are several new faces, right? So Here we practice actually two kinds of meditations. So all students, they are practicing Vipassana. So actually the meditation sessions begin on January. From January to April, I teach the concentration meditations. So that means breathing meditation. And from May to the end of October, we practice together Vipassana meditation. And after the Vipassana meditation, we practice loving kindness meditation on the last 2 months, right? But somehow, so since there are so many new meditators too, so I think 4, 5 new meditators. So I saw several meditators online also. So for the benefit of all of them, again I will remind the breathing first step of breathing meditation in breath. So all of them, all the new meditators, or the meditators who joined recently, they are kindly requested to practice breathing meditation, the first step of breathing meditation. And so in the next month, all of you fall into the same category. So all of you will practice together loving kindness meditation. In that one, there is no discrimination, but until another 2 weeks, so after 2 more weeks, so the old students will practice Vipassana meditation, new students will practice breathing meditation, right? Okay. Then all students, new students, they will be instructed to practice breathing meditation first step. So you are kindly requested to observe your own breath. When the breath is coming in, please be completely aware, right? When it is coming in, please be completely aware, but don't go with the breath all the way. You have to stop your observation at the end of your nostrils, at the end of the nostrils. And then, when it when the incoming breath touch the end of your nostrils, then after that point, please let the breath go in. Don't worry whatever it does. So don't worry about its wanderings inside your body. So let it be, let it do whatever it wants to do, right? And when it comes back, it will touch the same area when it is going out, right? So the end of your nostril until it comes back. So please wait very patiently, very, very patient. Okay? Then it will touch that area, and when it is going out, please be aware. Right now, my breath, it is going out. When it is coming in, please be aware. When it is going out, please be aware. Then at the same time, so please be aware about its characteristics too. Certain breathings, they are soft. Certain breathings, they are gross. Certain breathings, they are long. So certain breathings are short. Let it be so. Accordingly, please keep on observing. So there are several meditators who have been practicing breathing meditation for a longer period of, for about 3-4 months. So I requested them, if they would like, they can practice the second step of breathing meditation too. What you have to do is, so if you can feel if you can feel the nostril, that breath comes in, right? So we can't breathe from both the nostrils all the time. We only breathe with one nostril, always. That is the nature. So if your mind is sharp enough, if your patience, if your concentration is sharp enough, so just keep on being aware about the nostril, that the breath comes in and goes out. Or if they feel the shuttler breath, the breath which is just like a thread coming in and going out. So keep at such times, don't be afraid. So don't be afraid. Keep calm, and then what you have to do is, so try to pick it up. Try to try to develop your mind sensitivity to catch it. If you cannot, let it be so. Then without any frustration, what you have to do is, please start breathing again. Intention. And so incoming breath, you take it intentionally, you breathe out intentionally, and then after that, what you do is, you have to start again the normal natural breath and keep on focusing on it. Okay, so that's for the meditators who are new and somewhat old students, so who are practicing breathing meditation, right? So the old students, they are practicing vipassana meditation. They are kindly requested to do the same practice, the last step of vipassana meditation. So from top to bottom, bottom to top. So from the top of your head up to the foot, up to your feet, and then from your feet up to the top of your head. So keep on observing the whole body, part by part, pitch by pitch, sensation by sensation, right? Whatever the sensations that you encounter throughout your body, from top to bottom, bottom to top, keep them observing, and and remind yourself, whatever the sensation that you encounter right now, it has the same characteristic, right? What is the characteristic? They are impermanent, change. Good sensations might come up, and they also, when you encounter them, be aware and tell yourself they're bound to pass away. When I taught you already, there was starting point, peak point, and finally passing point. And at that very place, another sensation will come, and it also has a starting point, peak point, and disappearing point. So this is the nature. So keep on observing the sensations from top to bottom, bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch, developing the understanding of impermanence deeply, deeply, and understand there is no any eternal I. So the person that you experience right now, you only can experience this individual only for this moment. So this nature, is not the nature which was there at the last moment. And this is not the same nature which will be in the next moment. No use of, therefore, with misunderstanding, with ignorance, no use of developing greed. No use of developing aversion. No use of developing jealousy. No use of developing ill will. Ignorant in no use of developing negative thoughts towards anybody, anything. So try to develop the balance of your mind, simultaneously the understanding of impermanence. So please practice very ardently, for your own benefit first, and then for the benefit of all the beings in the world. You only have another, I think, one more week remaining. So make use of the remaining week and work hard for your own benefit and work hard for the others. Right? So please keep on practicing. That is for the Vipassana meditators. So before we start, I always teach you something for your life, so that as meditators, you can develop and develop in life. At the same time, so you can so by developing that understanding of quality, then you can develop in your spiritual practice, right? That is the purpose. So today I'm going to teach you in brief. Within 5 minutes, I'm going taking 5 minutes. I'm going to teach you about the value of human life. So value of human life. So it is a question that actually do whether people understand the value of the human life that they have obtained. It is a very, very rare chance. Human life is a very rare chance. So how many human beings are there in the world right now? Do you know the answer? If you know, please answer.
7 point some billion.
Over 5 billion.
Anybody else?
7.2.
Right, 8 billion. So I think in India is the no, I mean so the last child who completed the 8 billion, that child was born in India, right? According to my memory. So 8 billion human beings. But if you go to Saharan Desert, I have taught you this several times. If you go to Saharan Desert and if you look at so certain ant holes, you can find 10 billion, 12 billion ants. And if an elephant encounters such kind of an ant, so I taught you within a certain amount of minutes, they finish that elephant. Can you remember how much the amount of minutes that they take? Now, do you remember? 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, they only leave the skeleton, nothing else. So ants are not the only animals who live in this world. There are various kinds of animals, right? Birds, various kinds of fish, and and amoebas, bacteria. There are various kinds of beings. So when you compare your human life with them, so what is the percentage of your human life? 0.1 billion zeros later? Do you get it? No. You have obtained such kind of a very rare, precious human life. Because of any unfortunate situation, you should not let this go. You should love you should live and love even the last breath of your life. Right? You should not hate. Right? So Buddha says there are 4 kinds of things which are very rare to obtain. First thing is the arising of a Buddha is very rare. And then human life is very rare. And being able to live, being able to be born, right? During a time where a Buddha is born, where the Dharma is, where you can practice it. So such kind of times are very rare. If you want, you can write these things down. So the rising of a Buddha is very rare. Human life is very rare. And being able to be born during a time where a Buddha is born and the pure Dharma is, it's very rare. And finally, so availability of pure Dharma, right? Pure non-sectarian Dharma is very rare. Because people become corrupt, right? So sometimes people manipulate Dharma. So Dharma will get abused. So these are the 4 kinds of rarest things in the world. right? So I don't have enough time to describe how rare to go into details to describe how rare all the other three things, right? Things are, but just understand human life is very rare. That's where human life is the only place where you can develop the mind, right? Human realm is the only place where we have something unique. I taught you about that in the last week. Can you remember the unique thing that human beings have? Wisdom. Very nice call. Wisdom. Good job. I'm proud of you. So wisdom is the unique thing of human beings. So I went into details last week, so I'm not going to describe it. So I don't go into details. So intelligence can be in any being, but wisdom can only be seen in human beings and the upper beings. All right, the ability to see beyond the picture. Right? Then I would like to finish the advice of the day with a smile that Buddha gave. Once several Bhantes asked Buddha how rare actually the human life is. Then Buddha gave a smile. This is a smile. So in our countries in Asia, so when we plowed in the past, when we plowed, we used an instrument, a curvy instrument. So it is the one that we use to break the ground, right? So what they did was, so in this curvy, so we make it with the wood, and in this wood, so one part is so to till the ground, and the other part is so in the topper part, right on the top, so you can find a small hole. That's where we attach the rope of the bull. Then when the bull goes, it digs the hole, it tills the ground. So Buddha said, let's suppose, so there is such kind of an instrument which was forgotten at the paddy field by a farm. A huge rain, all right, so falls, and then what happens is this then so then because of that huge rainfall there is a flood, and on that flood, so there goes this instrument which is so useful for the farmer to till the ground, right? So then it goes to a stream first, and then through the stream it goes to a river, and from the river it goes to the sea. In this sea, there is a tortoise, right? Which only has one eye. The other eye is blind, right? So this tortoise comes to the top of this sea once for 100 years. Then Buddhas, then let's suppose that tortoise see the sky through the hole of that plowing instrument. Then Buddha asked, to happen this incident, how many chances should get fulfilled? Then Bhante said, oh, so many things should happen, right, to happen this. Then Buddha said, human life is more rare than this incident. Human life can occur more rarely than this. So you have to take care of it very, very well, right? So you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your human life, whatever it happens, you always have to think, finally, even though I lose everything, I have two goals in my life. One thing is this very human life is the greatest gift. Second thing is the dharma. With those two things, I will live. Let everything go, but I will keep on surviving. Right? So like that, consider your life a precious one and keep on moving, even though whatever difficult things happen in your life, right? So today is also a day that you take, right? That you take the best, that you take the best benefit out of your precious human life. So keep practicing and achieve as much as concentration, peace, and happiness that you can obtain. I keep on practicing. Now, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Close your eyes. First, as usual, I'm going to pay our sincere respect and gratitude towards the Buddha. And after that, we will start today's silent practice. Everyone, please concentrate. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho viññācarana sampanno sugato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanaiko paccatang vedittabbo viññohiti Sopanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samiti panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggalam Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyaketang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous, very patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are practicing breathing meditation as a newcomer, new student, so please keep on practicing breathing meditation. All students are kindly requested to practice Vipassana meditation. So throughout the meditation time, try to maintain the posture of determination without changing the body. So try to keep your entire body intact. Don't move your hands. Don't move your legs. and try to keep your whole body intact as long as possible. And please keep practicing Vipassana meditation. That's for the old students. Whatever the meditation practice that you are practicing, may you be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Now, the new meditators, if your legs are paining, you can change your posture. You can relax your legs. But please keep the eyes closed. We are going to practice breathing meditation, loving kindness meditation in brief. Loving kindness meditation in brief. We are going to share a sincere loving kindness, our sincere loving kindness with all the beings in the world, step by step. First, let's share our loving kindness with you, with yourself. Please think and spread loving kindness this way. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all those people. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Neutral people are the people, those who are not your friends. At the same time, those who are not your enemies. They are the people who are in the middle. May all the neutral people be well. May all the neutral people be happy. May all the neutral people be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the neutral people. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Before you spread your loving kindness towards the enemies, first, please forgive them. There may be certain people that don't like you, even though in secret they don't like you. And at the same time, you might have certain people that you don't like. So think about all of them. We all have negativities in life. Because of those negativities, we do sometimes mistakes, wrong actions. But clinging to them and developing grudges is not how you live the life. Then you yourself become a victim of your own hatred. So let it go and spread your loving kindness, pure loving kindness, towards your enemies and forgive them. Please spread loving kindness this way. May my enemies be well. May my enemies be happy. May my enemies be peaceful. May my enemies be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Please think not only about human beings, animals, fish, birds, visible beings, invisible beings, all. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. All the beings. Bhavatu Sampe Mangalang Rakantu Sampe Devata Samme Buddhanubhavine Sabbe Dhammanubhavine Sabbe Sanghanubhavine Sada Sutti Bhavantuti. Satu, Satu, Satu. Now everyone, very calmly and peacefully, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Now please join your palms together and say it 3 times. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a very good meditation session. Hope you could concentrate. So that is the hardest part, taming the wild boar. It always runs, so here and there, and taming it, it's not an easy task, right? But you have to blame yourself. So no one is responsible for it. You are the very person who let it run. So now when you try to tame it at once, so it's hard, but with diligence, right? With continuous effort, so you have to tame it. First for your own benefit, then for the benefit of others, right? So then later on one day, just like the old students, you can use it to practice vipassana and come out of your miseries, come out of your suffering, right? So vipassana meditators, they are kindly requested to practice very ardently during the remaining week. You only have 1 more week. Then after that, for 2024, no more Vipassana lessons. So work ardently for your own benefit and try to come out of as much as negativities that you do have. Sometimes you might think when you practice Vipassana meditations, sometimes you see certain peculiar things happening on your body. For an example, so you are used to watch movies, right, or TV programs for 2-3 hours, but you never felt any pain on your body. But when you start Vipassana meditation, within 15 minutes, pain begins. You might think, what is happening here? Actually, what is happening here? So actually, you don't understand this. So inside there are so many negativities. When you practice vipassana, when you understand develops, they don't get enough opportunities to go outside. Then they get converted into pain. And then they start to go away through your pains. Sometimes you might have burning sensations, right? So then after that, pain, right? So back pain, leg pain, such kind of sensations. So they, you might feel it, but you have to be very careful at that moment, at such kind of moments. So um, don't develop aversion, don't develop anger or disliking thoughts towards those sensations. Instead, so you are here, you are practicing vipassana meditation to come out of your habitual pattern, to come out of your habitual pattern of greed and aversion. Throughout the life, every moment, you are suffering with greed and aversion. Is there any moment that you are free from it? No. Throughout the life, right? So I told you, greed comes in. So there is this greed, craving, and aversion comes in various kinds of phases. So this is not the time to describe them. So new meditators, if you keep on coming, you can learn them in the next year, maybe on March, right? So somehow, so they come, in various phases. Somehow, you are suffering from all these negativity. You are suffering from all these negativity throughout the life. So it keeps going. But when you keep on practicing vipassana meditation, and when you are developing your understanding, what happens? Now, they don't get enough opportunities to go out. They get trapped. And then they come out. They come out as pain or any kind of sensations, right? So your irritation, feelings of irritation comes as burning sensations. Anger also comes as burning sensations, mostly pain, right? And then, fear comes as sensations of hardness sometimes, right? So, or throbbing. So, such kind of sensation. So, uh, somehow, good that they come out very patiently, very ardently, keep on observing. Little by little, they will also go away. Still, so uh, you have to understand your hammer is very small. The rock is so big. So you are trying to break this rock into pieces with that tiny hammer. Right? So you try hard and little bit of a small piece of that rock goes away. You try hard and another small piece goes away. This is how it is going. So you will get a big hammer when you develop. Until then, you have to be patient and you have to work with your small hammer. Something is better than nothing. So keep on hammering with your tiny hammer, right? Then let the negativities go. So then when you go out to the society, you won't have the same level of negativity inside. So at least if you have certain negativity up to 100%, so if it get reduced up to 99, so you only have to suffer because of those 99. So your pain, it will be limited to that 99 level, right? So one level, one portion, is there that you don't have to face, right? Can you understand? I know for sure Vipassana meditators understand what I say. So new meditators might think, what is this Greek? Don't worry, you will understand later on. So then please keep on practicing. And even day-to-day lives, in day-to-day lives, things might happen. Good things might happen, bad things might happen. As Vipassana meditators, you have to keep on understanding. Now this is the time to apply. You understand. All these good happenings and bad happenings, they have their own paces. So they also have a beginning and peak and then a point of disappearing. So when bad things happen in life, so when frustrating things happen in life, don't worry. Keep observing, understanding that this is also just like a sensation that I encountered on my body. This also has a starting point, peak point, and passing point. Let me do my best. Let me execute the solutions. If there is nothing I can do, let me keep on observing. Sooner or later, this problem will also pass. Good things happen. Don't get overjoyed. Be happy that it went well and share your happiness with the others. But understand, this is not true. This is not something which will ever last. This also has the same characteristic. What is the characteristic? Yes. So first one, it has a starting point, then Mr. Tim, peak point, then Mr. Kevin, the point of disappearing. Right. So you have to understand, and that's how you apply your understanding in your day-to-day life. So Buddha asked us to apply it not only towards yourself, towards the others too. Ajjattangva bahiddhangva. So ajjatta means you observe yourself and understand you. Then you apply it into the other people and you understand the other people. I taught you about the story of Bantimalunkyaputta. I'm not going to go into details. Bantimalunkyaputta wants to know about all the planets. At that time, Buddha said to Bantimalunkyaputta, so before observing, so if you really want to see the world, don't look outside. Look inside. When you observe yourself, you will see the world. Right? This is what Buddha taught. So see yourself, your inside. And when you observe and when you understand your inside, your inner phenomena, you will actually see the outside people. Right? So that's something, some kind of an understanding that you have to develop. These days, we are learning about the 10 perfections a meditator should develop. So I already taught about 4 of them. Hope so the meditators remember those 4. Right? So first one, Ms. Rina, generosity. The first perfection a meditator should develop inside is generosity. Right? So there are 2, I taught you that there are 2 kinds of generosities. So inside spiritual generosity and material generosity, right? So then after that, so we learned about the second one, Mr. Kevin. Sila. Very nice. Morality or being nice, right? Practicing niceness. So so the third one, Ms. Fong. All right. Mr. Tim, can you remember the third one? Right. So letting go. Yes. Third one is letting go. Fourth one is Shanti. Very nice. Good job. So those are the 4 things that we already learned. We learned how to develop them, right? And today we are going to learn about the fifth one. So this is one of the most important ones of them, because this is applicable for all of them. I mean, this one is needed to practice all the other four, not only all the other four, all the other 9 things. If you want to develop them, then you need this fifth one, right? So what is this fifth one? Can you imagine? Anybody? Nobody knows 10 perfections? Right. Very nice. Courage. Courage is the fifth one. Please write it down. Courage is the fifth one. So, but here we are not talking about the simple courage, right? So we learned about simple courage on March, right? So I taught you there are 3 phases. So there are 3 phases of courage, right? So the courage to start. Is there anyone who can? Right, courage to continue, right? Courage, yeah, just courage which continues until the end, right? So those are 3 kinds of courages, right? Mainly. And then we also learn another 4 kinds of courages. They are so applicable to this one too. I will teach about them later on in brief. So here, this is the developed courage. Now, as Vipassana meditators, you are developing in the practice. So you are supposed to develop this deep kind of courage. This courage should have 2 things. Number 1, this courage should have compassion. Number 2, this courage should have, the tactical nature. So that person should know how to apply this courage in life, right? For the benefit of oneself, for the benefit of others. Even though your life goes, you have to practice this. That is called Piriya Paramita, the perfection of courage. So this courage should have 2 things. What are 2 things? Number 1, compassion. Number 2, so presence of mind. That means tactics, right? So you should know how to use it, right? So those are the 2 things which are important when you practice this one. And then when the Buddha was to attain enlightenment, at that time, the Buddha practiced this courage, right? So Buddha gives an example. So for this courage. So let's suppose. So Buddha says, in India, once there was a famine. And during this famine, at one remote village, all the villagers left the village to the city to survive. At that time, so when they left, there were only 2 people remaining at the village. One person was a cripple. The other person was a blind person, right? So birth blind, both eyes are blind. Now both of them were talking. Oh, all the people left us. We are the only 2 people that are remaining at the village. So we will also die by starvation. Who will take care of us? The blind person said. Then the cripple said, no. So we are not going to starve and die like this. If we work together, then that person, the blind person asks, how can you say so? Then the crippled person said, right. So you have to become my legs. I will become your eyes. Then we will be safely go to the city and we will survive. Then the blind man agreed. So he carried the crippled person on his shoulders and he took the directions from the crippled person and he walked accordingly. And finally, both of them reached the city and survived, right? So crippled person is like, so crippled person who is with eyes is like wisdom, right? So the legs, right? So the blind man is like the courage. So therefore the tactics are very important, right? When you apply courage. So then Buddha used this courage when he attained the enlightenment. When he sat under the bo tree, he determined. So with his entire courage, he determined. So this was his determination. Let my skin, nerves, and bones remain, and let my flesh and blood dry away. But I won't stand without attaining the enlightenment that can be achieved by human courage and effort. So he kept on practicing, and finally attained the enlightenment. So 2,600 plus years ago in Bodh Gaya, India, right? So, we don't have that much courage, right? So the person who has, the speed of the person who has bicycle, so cannot be compared with the person, who has a car, right? Both of their speed cannot be compared with so we can't consider, their speed as similar speed, so to the speed of the jet, right? So, all those speeds are different. So Buddha's speed is different. So even though you sit, let's suppose you go tonight to your house and you determine until tomorrow more. I don't think you would be able to do this. But somehow, so let's suppose you determine, I won't stand up until I attain the enlightenment. I will keep on meditating until tomorrow's morning. Will you attain the enlightenment? No. You will keep on struggling and sleeping and everything will be happening. So somehow, then how the Buddha's courage was different? Because Buddha had the jet. He was developing this for a longer period of time. So for you, it will take time. But little by little, you have to develop. Then courage is very important and it needs compassion and at the same time, so presence of mind, that means the tactics, right? You have to be tactical. And so there are several factors that develop this courage. First, let's learn the factors which promote this courage, right? So how you lose the courage? So let's learn those factors. Please write them down. Number one is non-appreciation of positive actions. Let's say there is someone who doesn't appreciate positive action, right? That person says, oh, calming mind, no use of calming the mind. So practicing generosity, no use of practicing generosity. Taking care of parents, no use of doing such. So if someone thinks like that, that person doesn't appreciate, right? Doesn't appreciate positive actions, right? So by taking care of Mrs. Kishori, so Vinita is doing positive action. You appreciate it, right? So then, so you have to be appreciative towards positive action. If someone doesn't appreciate positive actions, then that person will develop this courage instead of courage. That person will lose courage. Number two, laziness. If you have laziness, then because of that too, you will lose courage. Instead, you will develop this courage. That's number two. And number three, low energy of body. Right? So certain people so don't exercise well or don't take care of the body well. So the energy is very low. Such kind of people too, they cannot develop courage so up to the maximum level, right? So therefore, if we have low energy of the body, then we won't have enough courage. And number four, excessive eating, right? Excessive eating. If you are an eater, excessive eater, then you will, so instead of courage, you will develop this courage, right? So as a fun fact, so I would like to give one Buddha's description about excessive eaters. This is for your extra knowledge. I will go fast. So there are five excessive eaters according to Buddha. So first excessive eater is ahara hattaka. That means so there are certain people who overeat, right? So they cannot stand up. So somebody has to catch that person's hand and then we have to let that person stand up. So that is the first excessive eater, right? I don't know whether there is someone here. So somehow, second excessive eater is Butta Vammika. This is dangerous. This person is more dangerous than the first one. Butta Vammika means the person who vomits the things that person ate, right? That person cannot hold the food that person ate, so this person vomits. This is the second category of excessive eaters. Third one is Tatta Vattaka. These people are more dangerous, more so excessive eaters than the second one. So they stand up, but they can't hold their body, so they fall down on the ground, right? Fall down on the ground. So these are the Tatta Vattaka. So they have to sit, so they have to lay on the floor, right? To control their body. I mean, so to get away from the discomfort, right? Fourth one is Alang Sataka. This is the fourth excessive eater. So this person, when this person overeat, to make this to cure this person, we have to take this person's all the dresses out, right? You have to so keep this person naked on the ground. So to cure his difficulty, I mean, to make him comfortable, him or her comfortable. Alongside it. Fifth one is kaka masaka. There are certain people who eat, so so they eat up to the maximum level. So kaka masaka means if a crow comes and keeps its beak inside, so beak inside, it can find food from that person's mouth, right? So this is the fifth overeater, right? So there is one funny story. So in that story, somebody ate up to this level, and then so that person, so somebody else asked, "Oh, why can't you? If you feel very uncomfortable, so please vomit. Keep your finger inside and vomit." Then this person replied, "Oh, what kind of fool you are? If I can put this finger inside. Instead, I would have swallowed one banana, right, to fill that gap. So there are such kind of excessive eaters. Somehow, excessive eating, so uh, so develops this courage, not courage. You lose courage. Then wandering thoughts. If you have constant wandering thoughts, it develops discourage too, right? Then sixth one is, so shrinking mind. Shrinking mind means, so there are certain people who are used to say, oh, no, I can't. No, I don't have. No, I can't. No, I don't have. So such kind of people have these shrinking minds, right? So those people, they also so lose courage and develop discourage. So you have to be careful. Then let's go to the things that we have to practice to develop courage. So there are 11 factors. So mainly we go with the spiritual aspect, but you can apply these things in your you can use them for your lay purposes too, right? So mainly I go with the spiritual aspects. I mean, which the aspects which are related to meditation. Okay. So there are 11 things that you can do to develop courage. Number one, understanding the benefits of courage. So that is number one. You have to think, if I do this, what are the benefits that I would get, right? Then when you think about them, what happens? Your courage, Mr. Tim, it develops, right? So then, so you, by that way, you develop courage, understanding the benefits of courage. And then number two, thinking about the path of exemplary figures like the Buddha. So the Buddha, there are so many people who developed courage, and so that they could achieve great achievements. Please think about them. And when you think about them, your courage, it develops. So keep on constantly thinking about the exemplary figures, right? So for an example, if you are a chemist, so you can think about a great chemist, so who lived in the past. So you had to think, okay, I will try to give at least a small contribution, just like this person did, right? So if you are a physicist, or I know most of you are not like physicists and chemists. Most of you are software engineers. So think about great figures who had good business ideas, and create nice apps, and then uh, so generate money. So somehow think about the exemplary figures in your own field. So, and when it comes to spirituality, Buddha and all the other great religious teachers and such kind of people, right? Then thinking about the greatness of one's heritage. So if you are getting discouraged, then you have to think, my family my people, they are very courageous people. Even though there are less people in that community, don't think about them. Just think about the courageous people and think. So just to change your mind. So they are courageous people. I am also courageous. I also belong to them, and so I am also a courageous person. So ardently. So when you think like that, you develop courage. Then thinking about one's teacher, not about me, okay? You don't have to, so it's okay, but mainly you have to think about the Buddha, right? Buddha and all the other great enlightened teachers, lay and so ordained. And when you think about them, you will develop courage. And then next one is think about one's greatness of one's nationality. So I'm an Indian. I'm not Indian, okay? So, I mean, I'm Sri Lankan. So, Sri Lankan, Indian, Vietnamese, or American, or like that, please think, and Chinese. And so, when think, oh, my people are great people. So, I should be courageous. I should not lose courage. So, think about one's own good friends, not the lazy friends, the good friends who have courage, and take inspiration from them. When you think about them, how they overcame things, so you will gain courage. You will be able to develop courage inside. And avoiding lazy people. That is also important. So you have to avoid lazy people to develop courage. So that's number 7, right? That's number 7. Number 8, associating the courageous people. So at your workplace, at your home, when you go to gatherings, please try to associate courageous people. They'll all, time to time, or constantly, they will give ideas to stay courageous. And encouraging the mind to like courage. Liking the courage is also important. So you have to encourage your mind. Oh, courage is a nice thing. It's a great quality that great individuals had. So I should like it. So I should develop it. So then your heart influences to develop courage. Number 10, fearing the births at the uncomfortable realms. So this belongs to the spiritual practice. If you don't come out of your negativities, if you keep on growing them, then what will happen? So the mind will go towards the negativity, and so those poisonous traits of negativities, they will keep on growing inside your mind, and then poisonous fruits are bound to bear fruit. What are the poisonous fruits? Bad karmas. And according to them, so then you will have bad births. So I should not have such kind of suffering births after having this precious human life. So I should develop courage and should try to come out of the negativities as much as possible, right? So if you don't believe in the next life, don't worry. So in this very life, you are going to face so many difficult situations because of your negativity. So to come out of them, keep on practicing. Number 11, considering the value of other people's donations. That is, so that belongs to the Bantes and nuns, and so uh, so people who became ordained. So we live so because of the other people's donations, right? So when we live on the other people's donations, we have to think, this person is not my mother, this person is not my father, this person is not one of my siblings or relatives or somebody. So seeing my spiritual practice, right? Thinking that I am actually a good practitioner. This person donates, right? Helps me. So I should not. So I should not let down this person's belief. Ardently, I should develop courage and practice. Right? This is the 11th courage. It is mostly related to the monks and nuns. Okay, right? These are the 11 ways of developing courage. Courage is very important in this practice. To give dana, so generosity, you need courage. To practice morality, you need courage. To let go, you need courage. Then after that, to develop wisdom, you need courage. And for all the other upcoming qualities, 5 qualities, so to practice them, you need courage. So develop it inside. Buddha asks us to be an elephant which crush the bamboo, small bamboo, jungles. You know, elephants. So when they go through the bamboo jungles where there are small bamboo trees, so they go crushing them. Just like that, Buddha asks us to develop the courage to start. And then crushing, so just like the elephant walks crushing those small bamboo trees. Buddha asks us to crush all the negativities and keep on moving. And developing the third kind of courage, Buddha asks us to reach the final stage of real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. So please keep on developing courage inside. Avoid all the factors which develop discourage and come to the level. So try to come to the level where there is eternal peace, eternal happiness, and no suffering. Right? Now, everyone, please join your palms together and concentrate. Today, too, all of us gathered here, paid respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and then practice this noble non-sectarian meditation techniques. And then, then by that way, we accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of that, may all the good things happen to us. May all our troubles be away. May we be able to practice diligently, continuously, ardently, courageously. And finally, eradicating all the negativities, developing all the positivities, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Please join your palms together and concentrate. Abhivadana silise nichang vata pachaino Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvangno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjato. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night to everyone. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Take rest and see you again on next Friday. Sukhi Hotu. Sukhi Hotu. Right. So good night, Miss Jean. Right. Wait for a moment. Oh, Mr. Wada. So I have forgotten to unmute. Make you the host. So
that's okay, Bhante.
It
all worked out for the best.
Sorry.
It went okay.
Hope
next time will be
different. Well, nobody bothered. So
Auntie, good. Oh, see you. Thank you.
Okay. Good night, Miss Jane.
Night.
Right. Good night, Miss Marty.
Good night.
Good night. Me all the good happen. Good night, Miss Rita.
Have a good night, Bhante.
Good night. Me all the good happen to you.
Good
Okay.
night,
Good night, Mr. Howard. Thank you
I look
so
forward
much.
to seeing you soon.
Yes. Okay. Me be happy.
Night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.